Alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Echo from Tuba, the resonance. We are inside Mazalik al Jinan today on Friday in the blessed month of Shabaan. Shabaan, the month of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And there's two events that are very meaningful in our religions. One in general, the other one in particular. In general, the change of Qibla happened in this particular month of Shabaan in Madinatul Munawwar after Hijrah, of course. And the blessed event, the second one, is the meeting of Srin Tuba Sheikh Al-Khadim with his courageous brother Mame Thierno Birahim on the 15th of this month, called Nisfu Shabaan, the middle of Shabaan. Talking about Mame Thierno Birahim, the second-handed man of Srin Tuba, is a humongous task because he invested all his life to the cause. And at very early age, if you remember, when Srin Tuba's father, Mamor Antasali, passed away, and for the terms of the heritage, when they asked him, what is it, your choice on the belongings of Mam Srin Mor Antasali, he said the kitab, the book he left, and Mame Thierno. And when he started also, before actually he started the path of the Muridiya, he trained himself, Mame Thierno Birahim, at very early age. They were inseparable. And as soon as he started also, he was the one next to him to taking care of all the close, task of Sheikh Ahmadu Bamba. It is even known that after he started, and they called him to the capital of Senegal then was St. Louis, he was the one who was entrusted with the letter the Sheikh had to present to the governor of St. Louis. And from there, when he got exiled, the Sheikh, and he has his siblings here in Senegal, meaning Srin Modou Mustafa, Srin Yadali. There was also Sheikh Muhammad Lamin, Srin Fadilu. Mame Thierno again was in charge of educating, teaching the children of our guide, Sheikh Ahmadu Bamba. Srin Tuba left for 7.5 years, almost close to 8 years in Gabon. Of course, he has to go through a lot of trials, a lot of hurdles set by the colonizers, but he stood up with courage. Of course, he stood up with dignity, raising the children of Srin Tuba. And when the Sheikh came back, and the path was a lot more open, and the Sheikh remained actually in a close area in what you call in French surveillance. I mean residence survey. He's put somewhere where he has limited movements. Mame Thierno also was out there to continue the work he has to put up for not just the betterment of the path, but to the order from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and Rasul sallallahu alayhi wasallam. And then from Mauritania, Chain Jolof, and also 15 years in Jurbel, Mame Thierno Birahim was there to accomplish all the actually injunctions coming from Sheikh Ahmadu Bamba Khadim Rasul. Remembering also Mame Thierno will be his love to Srin Tuba, his way of putting himself off in front of the sheikh, meaning, you don't hear Mam Thierno's like written qasidas or anything like that, or even speeches that goes on anything that goes along the way of Serigne Touba. He used to say, the sheikh is there, I'm just here to receive orders. So I don't know if there's any qasida that belongs to Mame Thierno Birahim, but I've never seen that. Doesn't mean it doesn't exist, but it's hard, and he's one of the most brightest luminary in our path. Remember, being the teacher of Serigne Fallou, being the teacher of Sheikh Modou Mustafa, the first caliph of the order, Sheikh Muhammad Lamin Bara. Those are enough, signs that tells he was one of the best, actually, scholars here in Senegal. Like Serigne Fallou used to say, "Jangal nañu bañu ni ar, mu yarnu bañu ni nar." He's the one who teaches us until we have our eye opened, and he's the one also who trained us until we understand characters. So, speaking of Mame Thierno, his work, what he represents for the Muridia, is the way Serigne Touba really treated Mame Thierno. There's a anecdote that one day Serigne Touba was inside his house, his compound in Diourbel. Mame Thierno used to come. By the way, all the millet, all the food was Serigne Touba practically used to use in his own house was the one that came from the field of Mame Thierno Birahim. That is also good to notice. And Mame Thierno spent times in Diourbel. One day, Serigne Touba was in the house, spent the night, and asked for Mame Thierno because he has a place where he used to be resided under the order of Serigne Touba. They ask him, they tell him, well, Mame Thierno is in the usual place where he used to remain. Serigne Touba called after him and said, I'll be sad to spend the night in this house, and Mame Thierno is outside. So let call him and give him a place inside my compound. To tell you the respect, but the closeness these two had, inshallah, in for the organization of the path. And Mame Thierno passed away in the 40s. I don't know. I don't remember exactly, but that was also in this month, particular month of Shabaan. At the end of it, I believe the 29th. And why is it they do the what do you call them again? The Magal of Darul Muhti. By the way, it's not Darul Musti, it's Darul Muhti, the giver, the honorable giver, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And glad that I heard the government just changed the name, though, the written, because this mistake's been going on for a long time. And that's another subject, because there's a lot of name that is being practically disrupted because of the pronunciations we'll have had for those particular, like Darul Manan, they say Darul Marnan, because it's close to a Wolof language that says if you wanna drink, you're gonna have to do it. But anyhow, when Mame Thierno actually passed away, and they did the Magal with Serigne Modou Awa Balla, and they asked Serigne Fallou for a date. He told them, well, doing the date on the 29th is fine, but I don't see any other date that will make Mame Thierno more happy than the day he met his brother after he returned from exile. That is the reason why they changed the date from the 29th to the 15th of Shabaan, because that's when they met, when Serigne Touba came back from exile. St. Louis, called Ndar in Wolof, was actually the capital of Senegal then. Serigne Touba had to go there and sign some papers when he came back to exile. So Alhamdulillah. Well, other people said when Serigne Touba was going to exile, he said to the disciples, from now on, all of you go under the order of Mame Thierno. So he gave the order for everyone to go and follow Mam Thierno. But until Sëñ Tuba went to Tuba, passed away, nobody never heard the day he said, Mam Thierno will bring back my disciples. So we all disciples of course, Mam Thierno Birahim, of Darul Mukhti. But also remembering of Mam Thierno will also have a time to also remember his mother, who did a beautiful, actually, a work that all Murid remember to galvanize our energy, our determination on the Sheikh. Because when the Sheikh passed away, was in Gabon, one time they said he passed away. Everybody believed in it. People were getting their baggages together and luggages to leave the area. So when she came over, her name, by the way, is Sohna Fati Issa Job. And when she came by Mam Thierno, people were crying. At the time, Mam Thierno used to do every single day in the Dara over 1,000 Salatun Tunajina Biha, called Salatun Tunji, I believe, 1,000 times with the Quran being recited all the time for the Sheikh, Allah to help the Sheikh to come back. And when everybody was crying, some people left, I believe, she said to Mam Thierno, what happened? Mam Thierno told her that seems like the Sheikh passed away. She said, impossible. Mam Thierno, I know you believe in your brother, but remember, one time he told me, what do you want, mother? And I told him, I'm scared of the tomb. I'm scared the day I passed away. What's gonna happen to me? And he told me, will you be happy if I put you in the grave with my own hands? And Mam Thierno, I'm not dead yet, so he's going to be back, inshallah, because everything he said is from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So Mam Thierno gathered himself again and came back to his senses, and alhamdulillah. And when the Sheikh came back from exile, left to Mauritania and went to Chain Jollof, one day Sëriñ Tuba called Mam Thierno and tell him to bring your mother to Chain Jollof. And guess what? With a cow. The sadaqah they're going to do when she passed away. And subhanallah, Mam Thierno's mother, Sohna Fati Issa, passed away in Chain Jollof. So speaking of Mam Thierno, and it's like even talking about a legend, what he represent in the community, what he did in this particular path to help everyone, really understand what character is, what Muridiyya represents, and how we should behave in order really to gain positivity in what Sëriñ Tuba brought. Sëriñ Tuba, Abdullahi wa Khadimu Rasulillahi. So alhamdulillah, happy Nisfu Shabaan to everyone, to the Caliph of Mam Thierno, to all the community, Muslim community, Islamic community, and especially the Murid community, and long life to our Caliph, Sheikh Muhammad Muntaha, the residents, Falugay, Echo from Tuba. Thank you so much.